Hello. I'm going to tell you about the decision-making dice today because hands up who struggles to make big decisions. If you've lost sleep at night and you procrastinate, this is for you. So, decision-making dice, 6 sides, of course. First one, pessimistic and cautious. What would your super careful friend tell you to do? And what's the worst possible outcome? Depends on the decision, but maybe often it's just like we might look a bit silly, a bit embarrassed, or we might lose some money. But what's the worst thing? What's the best thing that could happen if you're feeling optimistic? And if you're super brave and you had no fear, what would you do? So yeah, that's your sunshiny, optimistic approach. Then there's the kind of rational and neutral. What's the most logical outcome if you try and divorce emotion from the situation? What's most likely to happen? And then this one, the red, is about the emotion. How do you feel when you really think about it, about the different options? And your gut feeling. So if you want to check in with that, the coin flip is really useful for that too. And then my favorite one, down the track in values. So in 10 years time, 20 years time, what would you wish that you had done at this point? And then values, of course, always when we're making a decision, it's useful to check in with your values. What actually sits best with you when you really consider that. And then last one, creativity and alternatives. This one's super fun. Every time you get it, you have to think of a different alternative option. If it was me, I'd weight it in favor so you get that one the most. But this can be anything. And often the best alternatives are those ones where you're like, crazy idea, goes completely against what you were thinking about before, but so it might surprise you, but then you go, actually, maybe that would work. And I love those epiphanies when you go, oh, that's a crazy notion. And then you go, what barriers would I have to remove to make that happen? And sometimes they are the best solutions. There's a decision-making dice. And for my email list, they're going to get the PDF today. If you want one, then get in touch. See ya.